guys, and yeah, hopefully the audio is fine. I noticed that the gain thing was very high, so I don't know, I must have accidentally bumped it one way or another when I was just cleaning this a little. But anyways, this is Zico Jr. Energy drink Clásico. So, well, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, this is gonna be like an orange flavored energy drink. But then now it says like Clásico and all that, so I don't know. Just judging by the, okay, yeah, the smell. It smells a lot just like the basic energy drink flavor, which isn't guarana. I guess it's taurine. And it has that type of color, so I wonder if this will be like the Nordic energy, where it's like not very tasty, but if you dilute it and add a little bit of honey, it will be good. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I want to dilute it. Oh god. But it isn't as bad as the Nordic energy. It's actually pretty okay. Yeah, but there isn't anything to say about it. It's just the completely classic. You know, if you've had an energy drink that's like caffeine and taurine, you know, like a taurine drink, that's exactly what it is. They have done a good job to not have that aftertaste that some of these have. I assume it's because it has a decent amount of sugar, so I think that the sweetness from the sugar masks that pretty well. But yeah, I mean, there isn't anything else to say about this one. Yeah, so I am going to dilute it and do that honey thing when I'm done with this drink review. Let's see. Are there any comments? Yes, there are. And I'm gonna start from the Boost Energy sugar-free original drink review. That's when I'm gonna start. First comment is by Balalo, who is a member and a channel member. Well, obviously on the drink review Boost Energy drink, and he said, "Drink review is definitely my favorite type of video that you do. Keep it up, man." And YouTube gave me a pre-made answer, which was more to come. And it's true, there are more to come. And there's probably going to be a decent amount of more to come. Since... God. Oh no, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, drink review, there we go. Jesus Christ, I lost, like, God, what am I talking about? Where am I? Who am I? Because most of the drink reviews and all that I get actually tends to come from like, they are here like pretty easy for me to get, which is from a rescue food place. You know, it's like rescued food that either didn't really sell well, instead of throwing it out, you know, it's reduced price, or they're close to expiration date, or they like printed the wrong information. So that is kind of like where I get, which is a good place to get, because you get a lot of things that you wouldn't find like in normal places. So I like that. The site is called Mat Smart, which it just means food smart. So that's where I get probably 50% of the drink reviews that have come out are from that site. And then the other are, from all different type of sites. And locally and all that. But yeah, they're coming up. There'll be a decent amount. The next comment is by Lazul. Tell me when you're ready to podcast. And that comment, obviously, we already did the podcast. We did it 2 days ago. Let's see. Maybe you mean the Christian documentaries that are in Base Shaman channel. And that wasn't the case. I actually, after reading that comment, I was looking up, who was the channel? And it was a channel called Sakumo or Sachumo, Sachumo. That was the documentary that my mom and I, the first YouTube documentary that we watched, that led in to us watching, a YouTube documentary once a week this year. And the last one we watched was by Fredrik Knudsen. And I think that was the third one from him that we saw. And it was called about Temple OS. And both of us thought that the first 40 minutes, the first half of the documentary, was very boring. We almost stopped watching. It was very poorly made, in our opinion, because it was just him showing screenshots and reading in a monotone voice. We understand why. He wanted to set up the groundworks of the crazy stuff and all the horrific and the sad stuff that was going to happen later on. But should have done something to try and keep people invested rather than just reading off in a monotone voice, screenshots. Maybe should have clipped in, because when he started getting into the fact where, oh god, now I forgot his name. Terry, there we go, Terry. When he started making, videos, and I don't know, something. Maybe not have 40 minutes of just repeating, these screenshots, because a lot of it, we felt like, oh god, 40 minutes of this. If it was 20 minutes, it will still be enough to where you get this guy, said a lot of this, and it got crazier and crazier, and it was the same shit over and over of him just... Yeah, anyways, instead of 40 minutes, make the beginning parts 20 minutes, and then have the 40 minutes. That's the only negative I had about that documentary my mom and I had was the fact that the beginning 40 minutes should have been 20 minutes. It felt very, very extremely padded. Let's see. D. Dot commented, "What do you do for a living?" And that was also on the Boost Energy Sugar-Free Original drink review. And I rely on my mom. That's what I do for a living. Let's see. Yr, who is the channel member, said bruh. And that was on Recommend Me a Hentai Manga about viciously beating Osaka's stomach. And yeah, that is a hentai review that hasn't been released yet. I think I'm gonna make it public maybe on Saturday. Yeah, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this on Friday, 14:57. So I'll probably gonna make that public on Saturday. Yeah. Because I plan on releasing the podcast 12 on Monday. But anyways, and I answered sis. Let's see, Lazul commented, God, I watched it in 2x speed, of course. What I meant that the actor of Josh from Drake and Josh did was something called stomach stapling. It makes fat people feel fuller, so they get used to eating less faster. And that was on What is Art? War in Ukraine and Russia? Peahc Podcast 12, featuring Lazul. And yeah, I understood that you meant like either stomach stapling or like rubber banding, basically making the stomach smaller. I have no idea who Josh is. I've never heard of the show Drake and Josh, but I understood that you meant a fat person a fat person made. I will not get that. I will not get, like stomach stapling or something like that. That's not something I'm interested in. I do not want to do like surgery to lose weight. The problem I have is the fact that, well, I could still lose weight even though I can't move a lot and wheelchair bound. And I spend most of my time in bed. But I've proven I can still lose weight. Because I actually have pretty decent metabolism. Outside sometimes when, like I mentioned a lot, I get periods where my metabolism tanks. But that hasn't happened that often in the last... Well, it didn't happen very much. I think it only happened like 3 times in 2021. So that's one thing that actually got in a lot better. And yes, I gained a lot of weight in 2021, but that was because of me. It wasn't because of my metabolism. It was because of me binge eating. So let's see. Yes, so I think that's that. And then Lazul. Your computer crashing might be due to overheating. Mine heats so much that I had to undervolt it. Yours won't need this, but you will need to lower some specs just like you did, or have it run with less power usage. Also known as not in high performance sometimes. It depends. When you edit a power plan, you can go to advanced settings to then... Okay, yeah. That's probably not the case because my computer actually has a pretty decent ventilation system and all that. I think it was just... It became too much or whatever. It only crashed once, however. So when that happens to me, when the game just crashes once, I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna deal with anything like in the BIOS, whatever. I'm not super computer literate when it comes to the software side. And I will be honest, when it comes to the hardware side, I'm not the best either. I know how to... I built this computer that I had right here, but building a computer is actually pretty easy. Even a handicapped person like me could do it. I wasn't super handicapped back then, but I wonder how long I've had this. When did the 1070 come out? Because I remember them being relatively new. NVIDIA release date. I didn't get them as soon as when they came out, but I do remember they were like the newest NVIDIA series. There wasn't something beyond the 1070, like the 2 whatever had not come out. Okay, yeah, 2016. Yes, I think I remember that. I think I did build my computer late 2016 because it was during the colder periods. And I thought back then that the price of the graphics card was high. I should have gone for the 1080 Ti. Now thinking back at it, because the price I would have paid for it would have been nothing compared to what the prices are right now. I can sell my 1070 for like more, maybe double what I paid for it, and I can sell it in a used state. But that won't help, since what am I gonna replace it with? Like just the basic graphics card now costs more than my entire computer. I think I spent 11 or 12,000 on my computer. Not dollars, I'm talking about Swedish kroner. Or did I spend 20? I think maybe I spent 20, now thinking back. Let's say I spent between 11 to 18,000 on my computer. But that is everything. I did everything new, and that also includes, monitor. So and mouse. I did everything new when I decided to upgrade. And if I were to upgrade now, I don't know. I don't think it did. Other than my, let's see, is it Diag? Yes, here we go. Let's see. What are my specs? Because I mean that is pretty much the last comment, anyways. Well, while it's searching for that, let's see. The last comment that I have here is by Lazul. I can see, the graphics and OST already seeming really good, honestly. High budget game, and that was on Let's Play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Part 1, A New Journey. Yeah, I mean the game looked good, and it's a Star Wars game, so you expect the sound to be good. I mean they have access to a lot of good sounds. The game overall, if I were to give it a rating, I would say probably like a 5 out of 9. So just an okay game. I think the length of it was fine. I just feel like the middle part of the game was the most enjoyable. And the beginning of the game almost made me stop wanting to play it because of how horrific it was. And the ending was okay. I would say the most enjoyable fight in that game was against the 9th sister, which I made a video about me fighting her. That's like a 30-minute video. That was the most enjoyable fight in the game. Anyways, let's see my system specs. I have an AMD Ryzen 7, 1700X 8-core processor. And let's see, it's like 3.8 gigahertz. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see if next. Yeah, like I said, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070. Yeah, that is pretty much my specs. Because I don't think it says right here what my motherboard, whatever, is. But I do think I got actually a pretty good motherboard for the time. I won't say it had like the name of like 500 something. Like it was like a motherboard that was like pretty popular at the time. And I got a pretty good power supply since like I didn't skimp on that. I was like, you know what? Don't skimp on the power supply. It's basically the blood of the system, the power supply. So you want good blood. And also the fan for the Ryzen is huge that I got. I think it was like Noctua something, if I remember correctly. I mean, I have... Oh god, well, I can't... Let's see. Above this, I think this sticker right there was from Amiami. There is a little pin or something right there that I put on. Because this place right here, when I get stickers like that and all that, I'm just going to put them on this place. And I think it says Noctua. I mean, it is an owl as a symbol. And it's like beige and like... like a reddish brown color. So let's see, Noctua. Yes. How the fuck do I remember that? Yes, I remember there was a Noctua. I think all my fans are actually Noctua fans. Anyways, that is that. Yeah, Jesus Christ, my brain is like, oh god.